4 mistakes that I wish I knew when I started Ultimate Frisbee. Whew, okay, oh boy. Welcome everybody to 4-Minute Fumble. We fumble in the jungle for 4 minutes discussing all the random different topics and issues or tips and experiences that we can help each other in a way that will add value to the Ultimate Frisbee community. I had a lot of questions when I started Ultimate Frisbee and we didn't have many people to ask or resources to listen to or to watch, and we struggled like crazy. We struggled a long time. Not knowing where we were going, and people would leave and people would come in and we're like, yeah, we like this game but we just don't know what to do and we have no idea what's going on, and somehow we're just coming here every week to try to make this work. I think that if somehow there was some way to help the community in a more effective and a more efficient way, the entire Ultimate Frisbee community as a whole could grow a lot faster. So the first mistake that I made was not asking for help. We were doing our own random stuff, we were having fun, and by not asking for help, we actually allow our team to continue on and we lose momentum. I think it's easy to make momentum at the beginning because everyone's hyped and everyone's happy, but over time, we actually slow down, and once the team starts losing momentum, it starts falling apart. Ask for help. Get experienced people to give you tips, to make things interesting, to make the activities fun. So the best thing I should have done from the very beginning is to ask for help. Number 2, make trainings fun. If most of you can relate to this whole setting of going to training and just wanting to get training over with so that we can play scrimmage. As long as we view training as a routine or as a chore that you have to do to earn your playtime, then something's wrong. You know, sometimes it's funny, like people don't actually like sit down and question like, why are we doing training? Like who says we have to train first before playing game? I know everybody does that, but like, what's the purpose of actually doing training? What's the opportunity that training provides us that's unique or different to a game setting? These are some actually very interesting questions that we should ask. I think that in the end, the reason why people like playing pickup a lot more than training is simply because pickup is more fun. And as long as pickup is more fun than training is, then we will always be dreading training and looking forward to pickup. What if, just think for a moment, what if training was actually more fun than pickup? Could you even think about what that would look like? I know you might think like, whoa, there's no way, there's just no way. But what if training could be more fun than pickup? How would that look like in teams, and how would that look like when you visit the team and that was the case? I think if we can answer that question, if we could make training more fun than pickup, this is where things get really interesting. Pickup is only fun because it has rules, it's a mini game. If we can take the same rules and the same mini game over into trainings, then the same level of fun can help us to improve a lot, and in the long run, we would actually get better, and that will build more motivation. Also, on that note of like making training fun, I think it would be really helpful if you were to like record your own team. Like when you're doing drills, just take your phone out and record it. You might think like, oh, everyone's dropping the disc, everyone's throwing to the floor, but that's the fun part, that you remember these moments when you played like that. And if you give yourself like a 2-week challenge or 3-week challenge and you actually see improvement, and then you like put these 2 videos together, it's actually exciting and it actually motivates everyone. Because we forget where we started. Like even that video that I shared from the beginning of how we started, I don't even remember like taking that Whammo and just throwing it into the air, and that being the beginning of my ultimate Frisbee journey. Just take your camera out, record yourself, and then compare it after you've given yourself a challenge, maybe 2-3 weeks down the road. Put it together, feel good about it, and come back to training more motivated. The number 3 biggest mistake that I made when starting Ultimate Frisbee was focusing on the stronger players. Focus on the weakest players. Okay, I'm not saying weakest to like diss people or to judge anyone, but literally those that are struggling the most, I think that we should come around that person and help them, because there's this saying, the team is only as strong as its weakest link. And if we believe that, then instead of focusing on the stronger players and wanting the stronger players to be on our line during pickup so we can win or whatever, I think it's an amazing thing to be able to help the weaker ones to improve faster and faster. And if you think about it, if the weaker one becomes like an average player, and there would literally be no weak players. So once we change our shift and our focus to that, we take the pressure off of those players that struggle the most, because that's the kind of pressure that would end up killing the community or killing the interest. And if we can change the way that we think about that, I think that would just be a huge impact. I mean, how often is it the case that yes, not only do we want the stronger players to be in our team and then we pass to them or we throw to them, but we'll always like, I'm talking about myself, get depressed like when like someone fumbles in the jungle or when someone like throws to the floor. Yeah, we do that all the time, but like it's something that we don't notice, we don't observe, and we just allow that to happen. So yeah, takeaway number 3, focus on helping the weakest players become stronger. Mistake number 4 would definitely be focusing on offense. When we started Ultimate Frisbee, the only game we wanted to play was offense. Only offense was fun. When we had possession of the disc, then hucking it and throwing it around to our friends to score, that's like the only thing that matters in Ultimate Frisbee to us as beginners, and even those that are maybe not even beginners. There's a saying in sports that there is no such thing as offense if there is no defense. And offense can only be as strong as the defense is. We used to think that our offense was really good. That was because our defense was non-existent. Our defense was so bad, but it deluded us to think that our offense was good. And in the long run, we could never like improve in our performance. So when we go to tournaments, then the results would be undeniably clear that something was wrong with us. Again, going back to that, defense should be fun. Good defense should be rewarded and applauded. Like, you know, we're always clapping our hands and yay, cheering every time someone scores. But perhaps maybe we should also like applaud someone for actually making a good defensive play, like for being alert, for like literally being aggressive to tackle the disc. And I wish that was the case, because I hated defense for a long time. It was only a lot till later on I decided that I was going to try to focus on making my weak point my strong point. It's not like my offense is that great, to be honest. I just like to run and catch this. So yeah, again, tip number 4, shift that focus on defense, make defense the wow thing. Make defense something that everybody aspires to do amazingly well. And when everyone can do great defense, then you have to have some pretty good offense to even score 1 point. So those are the 4 mistakes that I wish I knew when I started Ultimate Frisbee from the very beginning. I'm just doing something that I wish I had when I started. Anyway, I hope whatever I've shared today, some of you may have found it helpful. Do let us know what different questions you have about Ultimate, and I'll be making a lot more of this kind of content to share with all of you. Just hope that it brings value to the community while we are lepaking and growing a bit fatter eating nasi lemak at home. Support my channel and subscribe to see the next topics that we'll be covering. Hope to see you guys soon.